Okay. Hello, good morning. It is me. I want to say hello. Okay, these are funny and I have to get this adjusted. I am so excited that you joined me this morning. Hello. I am here in beautiful Kamui, Puerto Rico. I'm Kirsten Peck, author here at Joy West Press. I'm a former high school teacher. I was award-winning high school teacher because I help students figure out how to be productive in life, how to be happy with themselves. And it's funny because I used to teach history and English and social studies and those kinds of classes was technically what I was teaching. And yet throughout all of it, the students needed to be recognized for their ideas personally. They needed to be validated. They needed to have a teacher that would listen to them and help them figure out what they wanted to do with themselves. Not what the teacher wanted to do, not what the parents wanted to do, but what they wanted to do. And when high school students are 16, 17, 18 years old, and they're trying to figure that stuff out, it is very difficult to kind of step back and let them figure it out. But you also, as a parent or as the guide or as the teacher, I have expertise that I'm trying to share to help elevate people and to help them come up. And it's not so much that I know everything, but that, yes, I kind of do. I'm sort of an old lady. And that if we can't transfer information and knowledge and wisdom from our elders to the next generation, then it seems like we're never going to get ahead. And that piece of this is what really still has me wanting to be a teacher. And as much as I quit teaching high school and I ran away here to Puerto Rico because I figured out how to live my life without having to be a high school teacher in Tampa, Florida, I figured that out. And I want to help people figure that out for themselves. And here I got somebody saying hi to me. Hi there, how are you? I'm here in my garden, and I'll say back here, a grandmother. Yeah, we have wisdom to share because we've been through it. We've seen things happen, and history repeats itself. It happens over and over and over. And so that's this piece of like, why can't people, kind of stop a second and say, education is important and it needs to be accessible to everybody, and it needs to be balanced and honest and straightforward without some agenda. It needs to be exploring our ideas, and that's how mankind gets better. So I'm here because it's an update here every morning. I've been writing books. And as I'm writing my books, I'm always looking to develop them and make them better. But kind of like in showbiz, you've got to stop and produce it and turn it on. So you reach the point in production where you've written all your ideas out and you have to publish them and you have to share them. And then you have to be prepared for criticism and feedback, which is the state where I'm at most all the time, because I'm always coming up with new ideas. I'm always producing new materials, and I'm always putting them out there looking for that feedback so that the loop can move up and we can all move ahead. And so, hi there, Freezy saying hi. He likes what I'm talking about. Awesome. I am trying to share information so that everyone can be happy in life. We all want to live together in peace. That's a commonality. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what language you speak, where you come from, where you live. It doesn't matter. Peace is peace. Respect is respect. Sovereignty, let me make my decisions. That's what the world needs. And so I am trying to keep this artistic piece of this here, and I've decided to focus in the daytimes more on art and magic here live in Puerto Rico, inviting people to come here and work with me in person in my garden, moving forward, growing, learning, being creative, and having fantastic lives. Okay? That's what this is about. And so, yes, this is my Best Life Remix Kit. These are the very simple instructions to figure things out and to get yourself aligned so that you're happy with your life. Because I spent a lot of time figuring myself out and my needs and my dreams and my heartfelt desires. And then I had to make a plan to make it happen. And it's scary if you don't know how to do it. But I'm here as a coach and as a teacher because I've done it and I want to share that. So this book is in the English version. I also have it in a Spanish version, the Mejora Tu Vida Club, because I'm trying to help everyone here in Puerto Rico. The island is spectacular and yet has had so many problems that it's just ridiculous. And I want to stop the blame and the what negative, and let's move it forward, which is what this is all about. So that's what this Oasis de Artes is doing. I'm here live in Camuy, Puerto Rico. I'm up in the mountains. I have a huge garden in the back. I'm adding sculpture to it. I'm doing art. There's my pony. I'm doing artwork every day, all different kinds of arts. There's 7 different kinds of arts. And now I have like 15 different kinds of projects for people to come do because I don't know what kind of art you're going to like. And it's up to you. This is about you deciding how your life can be the best that it can be. Okay? So now here comes the tricky part, and let's kick this up a notch. Okay? The morning sessions, before I kick it up a notch, the website, joywestpress.com, has all the details. It also has the reservations open. Come either in the morning or the afternoon. I have 2 different sessions. It's up to you for a half day, 3-hour experience. I also have it as a full day where we can do the entire remix kit. You can totally change your life in one day. I guarantee it. And if you don't do it, you don't have to pay for it if you don't feel transformed by the end of the day. Okay? That's this other piece of this. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. There you go. So the remix kit and Mejora Tu Vida Club and the remix and the artes all in the morning, all here, daytime here. Now, kicking it up a notch. Here's the kicking it up a notch. I've been writing books. I'm working on this is book number 8. Okay? So books, you write books, as I was saying before. They're never really finished. They're just due. The curtain has to go up. The playwright is still writing things. The dancers are still figuring it out. But showtime happens and you have to publish it. You have to turn it on. Okay. I did that. 6 months ago, I published this book. I dipped into politics, not to talk about the politics, but to talk about the situation that's happening with everyone in our communities. We want to live together in peace. That means we have to figure out how to get along together, how to work together, how to live next door to each other, how to listen to each other's music, how to eat each other's food, how to be friends, how to be neighbors, and how to be successful together. That's the only way it's going to work. Individually, you can't do it alone, and the more time you spend alone, the more lonely you're going to get. Trust me on that one. So, here's the story. I'm back to this because the situation is still happening. It's just getting worse. And if anything, it was kind of funny because I think I was a little ahead of my time when he first started betraying people, because now he's betraying everybody. Every single person that has been in this situation knows when you've been lied to, when your emotions have been manipulated, when your fears have been used against you, that's just devastating. And so not only the acknowledging that it's happening, but getting the healing going and getting that turning around and how does this work is what brings me back to the arts. It brings me back to this conversation that we have to have. So I'm going to go back to promoting the book, this one, in the evenings, and we're going to start having more community-driven social studies conversations after dark. Okay, it's got to go after dark. That's the time frame. I don't want to confuse YouTube. And the underlying common theme in here is our best life, everybody's best life. Everybody deserves their best life. Live together in peace together. Okay, I want to explain this because it's going to be a thing now. You're going to see some other videos coming in. This one, red, white, and blue, and the politics of this here in Puerto Rico. I want to talk to my Puerto Rican friends. I am here as the teacher and the guide and the help. I don't have an opinion. I'm still forming my opinion. I don't have rights to really have an opinion. I've been here 3 years. I'm a baby. I've only been here, it'll be 4 in June. I'm a 4-year-old in Puerto Rico. So I don't really have that much of a stake in it. But on the other hand, oh yes, I do. Because immigration is a thing. It's not about colonialism. It's about immigration and everybody having their best life. So whether that's moving to statehood, whether that's moving to independence, that situation has to get resolved, which is part of why I came here, which is part of why I'm still bringing this book back up, and which is why, again, I'm asking out one more time, although I'm going to do it all the time. I really need help with my Puerto Rican friends, the bilingual friends who are smarter than me. Writing stuff and translating it isn't easy. I need help. I want to have a dialogue. I want to have a conversation. It takes all of us working together. Everybody has a perspective and a point of view to share so that we can negotiate and figure this out. Negotiating to peace. That's what this is about. Okay, so I wanted to get to this morning just to explain it because it's going to start showing up now in the feed for those of you that are subscribed. I don't want you to be confused. Please follow along with me, subscribe, tell me below what situations you're facing, because creative thinking and critical thinking are what I love to do. I love to solve problems, and I'm using creativity and magic here in Puerto Rico. Awesome. Okay, the books are all on Amazon. I should plug that. Go to Amazon. JoyWestPress.com has reservations to come visit me. I'm going to be opening more of this political stuff up, so don't be alarmed because it's still personal growth. I'm not pointing fingers at any party. I'm trying to figure out how do we move forward? How can we talk to each other? Because I want to talk to you. I'm your neighbor. I'm your friend. I'm your high school teacher, and I could be your sister. So let's talk about this, okay? Okay, all my story, I'm done talking. My digital arts, language arts, finite math, and culinary are in the morning, which is what this is. Afternoon, visual arts, decorative arts, performing arts, showtime, afternoon. And now in the evening, start looking for this political talk because we've got to figure this out. So my nighttime politics after dark. Does that sound fun? I don't know. I got to kind of be funny with this. Okay, I got to go. That's enough of this. Have a great day. Comment below. You know, all those things. All right, bye. Yeah. Okay, bye.